Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Cassandra. Are you Lexi?
Hi, nice to meet you. Yes, my name is Lexi.
Hi, Lexi. So I'm a social worker in training. I work through Durham College. So today I'm here to provide you with the best care possible. I just want to advise you um, that anything you share with me today is confidential. Okay?
Okay.
Provided that it is not or could cause harm to you or someone else. I just want to make sure all of this makes sense to you. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. That's okay.
Okay, great. So why did you come in today? What has brought you here?
So I moved from Hamilton to Oshawa to live with my boyfriend, and my parents do not agree with that decision. So that's causing a lot of conflict between my parents and myself and just the relationship in general.
That is understandable. Is there any reason why you think that they would have an issue?
I'm not too sure. They think they know what's best for me, and they don't really support my decisions. They actually don't like my boyfriend because they think that he has an influence on my decision to move here. But I made that decision because I wanted to better my life. I wanted to live in a different city. I wanted to go to school out here, and I found a job. And they just don't like it.
So you just wanted to better your life
Yeah,
and you wanted to make your own decisions and choices and you wanted to be treated like an adult.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be 24 next week.
Okay, so other than that, how is your home life? How is the move? Are you doing okay?
I feel very confused, and sometimes it's upsetting and makes me sad because they'll try to reach out to my mom, and she'll kind of just ignore me, or she'll make me feel guilty that I left because my brother has 2 kids, so my niece and nephew. One's 2 and one's 9 months old. And my mom says I need to be home for them, but I do try my best to come home maybe like once or twice a month, but it's been really hard with school and work and just balancing life.
So you would say that there's a lot of stress going on.
Yes. Very stressful situation.
So do you have issues with just your mom or is it your whole family?
I'm pretty close with my dad. We do argue, but with my mom, we just butt heads and we just do not get along.
So what would you say your reasoning was on moving out?
Independence, definitely independence. Before I moved here, I actually have an apartment in Hamilton. So I moved out when I was 20. I want to say I was 22 because I could not handle living with my mom anymore. There's just too many arguments. It was really bad for my mental health, my stress level. So I did move out and she was fine with it. But when I wanted to move out to a different city and just not by her, not by my niece and nephew, not by my family, she was not okay with it. She says that I don't have the support out here and she won't help me, she won't talk to me. It's just like, I don't know, just feeling her making me feel guilty for being out here. Meanwhile, I'm trying to better my life. Like I said, I have a job, I go to school.
So you would say that you made this choice because you were trying to not only better your health, but further your career and your education.
Yeah, I did go to school in Hamilton. I didn't really like it, so I wanted to try to go to school out here. I've always wanted to go to school kind of like far away. I'm not entirely sure why, I just always have.
Yeah, parental relationships are always tough. We don't always agree.
Yeah.
I can understand that because I have a child. Mind you, mine is young, so it's not the same. But I imagine that when he's older, you know, we will probably butt heads. Probably won't agree on many things, but a lot of the times you try to do what's best, right?
Yeah. My parents think they know what's best for me, but they don't support my decision, and that just draws me away and makes me want to be that much more independent.
But you would think that was more of a positive thing.
Normally, yes, but I don't know. They don't agree. They don't like my boyfriend. And I try to think to myself, that even when I don't get along with my mom and she says certain things or does certain things that make me upset or depressed, I have these outbursts because of uncontrollable moods. Like, I suffer with anxiety and depression and all that stuff. So it makes it hard to cope with my emotions because I don't fully understand what I'm feeling. I just try to think to myself that I can only control myself and I can't control what she's thinking or doing. So there's no reason to be upset about it. But naturally, you're going to be upset about it.
Yeah, it's hard to stop yourself from feeling certain emotions, even though you know that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You always end up upsetting somebody, and it hurts to know that they're not in your corner, despite you knowing that you're making the best decision possible for you.
Yeah, it's hard not having your parents' support out here. Like, I struggle financially sometimes. There's been times where I can't make my rent, and my mom doesn't care. I don't know if that she doesn't care. She just doesn't want to help because she thinks if she doesn't help, then I'll run back home. But I'm independent. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. My brother has always said, literally, the saying, life is hard, wear a helmet. And I've learned that through growing up, that life is really hard, and there's some days that make you feel really awful and horrible, and then sometimes there's good days, there's bad days. You just have to get through life no matter how you do it. Each day can be a struggle.
So what are some things that you do to try to distract yourself, to get your mind off of these upsetting thoughts that you're having and feelings?
Honestly, I like to sleep a lot. I'm very tired. I think it's because I'm stressed out. I'm not too sure.
Sleeping's always good.
I think sleep is like a coping mechanism for me.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
It's a better choice of action compared to anything, well, other things. But you do want to try to get out more and go and socialize and put yourself into some activities.
Yeah. I find when I leave the house, though, I get very anxious. Like, I went to the grocery store last week and my boyfriend was at work, and I was panicking a bit because I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, I don't like being out in public by myself and stuff. But I did get through it, and I did finish grocery shopping, which was very good.
That's great to hear. It's always nice to be able to push past our boundaries and our fears.
Yeah, for sure. It was difficult, but I made it through. I had my friend on the phone. She kind of helped me, guided me along the way. She's just like, you got this, do one thing at a time.
It's always great to have those support systems, the people that are there when you need them most.
Yeah. And that's something my mom doesn't understand is my mom thinks she's the only one who's there for me and supportive. Like, my boyfriend's family is supportive, my boyfriend's mom, my boyfriend, my friends.
So aside from all of this, are you doing okay? Are you doing well in school? How's your job going?
Yeah, I'm actually doing really well in school this semester, surprisingly, because I usually don't do well in school. I usually get overwhelmed, or I'm not sure, like procrastinate, so then I don't hand assignments in, so obviously my mark drops. But this semester I've really grinded and done homework and just really pushed myself to be the best that I can be to get these marks to finish, because I really want to finish college. That is one of my top goals in life, to finish school and get an education.
Which is a great goal to have. When you're more motivated to do something, you tend to be able to do better or
Yeah,
work
I'm definitely
harder.
motivated with school this semester because I just want to finish.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you're doing well in school, but how is work?
Work is okay. I work at Tim's. It's hard to balance work and school. Sometimes work doesn't understand that I can't come in because of school, so that's a little bit stressful because I want to do well in school, but I also need to make money, or I'm not gonna be able to pay my bills because, like I said, I have an apartment in Hamilton, which I'm trying to get rid of, but it's a work in progress because I have to take into account money and moving expenses and just everything, packing, time management, everything. It's not something I can just do in one day. I have to really think and correspond my schedule, and then I need help too. So
Oh, okay. So you're saying that you are still paying for an apartment in
yes,
Hamilton?
yes, and I'm very struggling. I'm struggling very much financially.
And
And
stuff like that can be really tough.
yeah,
Finances are always tough.
yeah, and I'm not the best. I'm honestly not the best with spending money. I like to spend impulsively. I guess it makes me feel better when I buy something. I'm not too sure, but I've always been this way, and I've always been like, I want to save money, but I will spend and spend and spend. And my boyfriend will tell me no spending, and I'll get upset. But then I'll also be upset when I don't have any money to spend.
So you're saying you use shopping as a distraction.
I think that's a strong possibility. Yeah, like retail therapy, where I need to buy something impulsively to feel better.
Which in the end does not help our financial situation.
No, it does not.
So are there some ways that you think that you could reduce your spending and increase your overall health?
I'm just trying to think about my wants and needs. I bought a budget binder, and I think writing down things that I spend will help me see, because I think when you debit and credit or whatever, you don't really keep track of what you're spending. And my dad has always said that you need to keep track of your spending. Or my brother has suggested that I use cash, because then I can see how much cash I have in my wallet, and then I can see how much I have left, and then I can think about how much I've spent.
It's always great to be able to keep track of your spending because you want to know where your money's going to.
Yeah.
And at what time, because you want to be able to balance getting groceries and rent and, maybe other activities that you may want to do just for fun. You want to make sure that you have enough money to be able to pay for these things, as
Yeah.
well as pay for something that, is just for you.
Yeah. Like, I like to get my nails done, and I'm not making too much money right now, so that kind of puts a damper on things. I don't know. I feel like when I do my makeup, or I look pretty, or like I make myself look pretty, I feel better about myself personally. it gives me a boost of self-confidence. And I struggle with anxiety, like I mentioned, so I like to like pick at my nails, and it can hurt sometimes, and I don't know, I just don't like the way they look. So I try to not spend money and save certain things that it's very hard.
Well, that makes a tremendous amount of sense. I personally can understand where you're coming from. Struggling with anxiety and depression and the works. It's not easy. It's an everyday battle. But what I try to do is wake up every day and just face it head on. I tell myself, I'm not going to feel this way today. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep myself active, and I'm going to push through today and have a better tomorrow. And that's something I like to do each and every day, because we do have bad days and we do have great days. And sometimes there's mediocre days, but you want to be able to wake up the next morning and say, I pushed through that day and today is a new day.
Yeah, 100%. Days can really struggle sometimes. And some days our mental health is just not good. We have to push through.
And on those days when our mental health is not good, we don't tend to want to go anywhere or do anything, but it's a good thing to push ourselves to maybe go for a walk or listen to some music or watch a favorite TV show or talk to a friend on the phone. Something just to make yourself not be so upset, so you can share your feelings and emotions and just not feel like you're burdening anybody.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, okay, that's. Okay, Lexi, so that's all the time that we have for today. If you would like to make another appointment, we will gladly do so. But it was nice talking with you, and I'm glad that you came in today, and I'm glad that you were able to share everything that you shared today. It takes a lot of courage and guts to be able to open up like that in just one session with someone that you don't even know. Yeah. And for that, I appreciate that.